Today we are going to show you how to grow mulberry with cuttings. Well, you can use the same concept for other plants too, but mulberry is the easiest one to grow, and we're not going to grow them in pots. We're just going to put them directly in the soil. First, as you can see here, my friend is cutting the stems, and you will see he's not cutting the older ones, the younger ones. They are easy to actually root, and we don't use any kind of rooting agent or anything. It's good to use it, but we don't. So we are just going to cut them, and once we cut them, you will see we are cutting 5 or 6 of them, I think 5. And the way you cut them kind of either you cut them diagonally or horizontally, but diagonally is better. I didn't have a chance to take a picture of that part, but you see there's already mulberry on this tree, and cutting them also help. Is pruning at the same time, and instead of throwing the away, here it is, all the branches we cut, and now we're going to remove the leaves. The reason you're removing the leaves is that if a tree has too many leaves, it tends to give all its energy to those leaves instead of focusing on actually making roots. And that's a very good, but be careful, at least leave 1 or 2 leaves at the top, and that's the best. And here we go, we are cutting all of them, and you will see it makes it very easy after that. Now you're cutting it this way, that way, and it will help the rooting. And actually one of them was very weak, so we didn't want to take a chance to plant it. I think that's the one that we will not plant, but we still cut it just in case we need an extra. So here we went straight to the soil. The soil was kind of hardened because we had a dry season, but what we did, we softened the soil. If the soil is soft, you can just plug it in, by the way. That's how I used to plant them. That tree that you just saw, that's how I planted it. And here he softened the soil, and he just pushed it a little bit hard, but don't really do that. But that's not something that you should do. If the soil is hard, it will break the stem. But we did it because at the bottom it was soft. So now after putting it, he's putting the soft soil around and press it a little hard, because you don't want any air bubbles will prevent the rooting of the tree. So then we added some water. It's not necessary if you're not in a dry season, but we are doing it. You can also put the water before you go ahead and even plant. So here we are just using some stones around just to decorate it, make it nicer. By the way, we are using this mulberry as a really kind of to the corner, as not only as food, but also for decoration. So it's a foodscape. We tend to mix the two, and here he's putting a little bit of compost into it. This compost was made from used cocoa pit, and also a little bit with compost from dried leaves, etc. We mixed it. We'll make another video on that. And by the way, before we continue, please sign and subscribe to our channel. We'll give you more DIY gardening, and please share with your friends and like the video. And here we go, he's putting all this around, and you will see also the bucket is a recycled bucket. The idea is to use everything recycle as much as possible, and this is it. You see, we lined it up nicely, and when it grows, and we will keep it short, by the way, the trees, because more you trim it, you will have more mulberry in it, and it will look nice. I will post another video once it grows and start having mulberry in them. And here we go. You will see he's pressing a little bit the compost all around, and the stones also is helping to hold that compost, which will help also in the rooting of the plant. And it's like almost you're putting it in a pot, but it's not a pot, it's just directly in the soil. If you don't have a lot of land, you can, well, if you don't have land, You can also do the same in a pot, but a pot as big as that blue bucket will do, because once it grows, it will need a little bit more space. So you can just do it directly instead of putting a small potting and then transferring it. It's not really helpful. And here we go. Now after that, we put more water, and you'll see that water comes from our fish pond. So we have some aquatic plants in it. The salvinia, we'll put it back after that, but since we have a lot of this water is very, very helpful, because it has also fish poop in it, which is an amazing, full of nitrate and amazing fertilizer. So hopefully we will give you some good news in few weeks how this thing is growing. So please subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.